This is Rise Up Jerusalem episode 100. That's right, I have now uploaded 100 videos to YouTube onto this channel, Rise Up Jerusalem, and it's kind of crazy. See, today I want to talk about my journey of creating this channel and getting to where I am now, because 100 videos is, it's not great and my subscriber numbers aren't great, but for me it's a big deal. See, because this gave me an opportunity to do what I love and evangelize. You'll understand it when I just talk about it. So we've talked about this before, how I got started at Rise Up Jerusalem. My friend Vince and I decided, hey, let's do something really cool. We weren't very involved in our youth group, so it's like, let's do something else that we can, appeal to people, and maybe appeal to people on a larger audience, like our peers. We want to reach them with the message of the faith. We really can't do that in a small youth group setting. So I was like, I have recording equipment, we can start a podcast. And Vince was like, great idea, let's do that. The biggest issue, of course, was trying to come up with a name, because I think one we came up with was like Catholic, and it turns out that's a very derogatory term to Catholics. So one day we were actually helping out with our youth group's confirmation retreat, and Vince comes up to me, he's like, Connor, here. And he has this little drawing where it's like these three words, Rise Up Jerusalem, and a cross. That's what you see at the end of my videos, is that same thing, just colorized, so it's not just gray writing on an orange background. And so I decided, let's do it. I started the channel. Now, it took me forever to learn what to do. I was editing on like this free audio software. I was pretty much just teaching myself. It took me like 8 hours to edit my first podcast, and I wanted to try to do an hour podcast every week. The problem was that they had lives. So my friend Emily and my friend Vince, they decided, hey, we just can't do it every single week, or every other week or whatever. So I'm like, fine, I'll just do it myself. So I started podcasting by myself, and Rise Up Jerusalem became a YouTube podcast, which turns out not very many people watch. See, YouTube is for video formatting, and you can watch when I first switch over to vlogs. I talk about this. I'm a very visual guy, and I'm very loud and in your face and Irish Italian. So I wanted people to see my face and my expression so that they could see that I really was passionate what I'm talking about. So I took every single dollar that I got from my high school graduation that people gave me, and I bought a camera, like a mid-level DSLR camera, and a mic, and I just used my family's tripod, and I just went from there. And that's where we are today. Is I've been doing those videos forever. I've been trying to do them once a week, and it has now just become an everyday part of my week. There has been some times where I just can't do it anymore, because I just literally cannot do both school and keeping up with the vlog and personal stuff. But I try to get it every single week to you guys. If you look back at my old podcast topics, I've grown a lot, where I used to do, how did you become a saint? Or is the just war theory in Star Wars correct? Now I'm doing more stuff that's centric to you guys. You guys are the reason I'm here, because I want to say whatever you guys want to see, that's what I want to make. That's why I started doing a lot of Catholic swag, because it's something that I'm passionate about, that I think is incredible, that I want y'all to be passionate about too, because it's just so amazing. And I want to do videos that you guys want me to do on topics that you guys want me to do. That's where I want to go moving forward. So, about the past, talk about moving forward. So as you guys know, I'm at school currently studying theology with minors in psychology and entrepreneurship. Yes, that's weird, don't judge me. And eventually what I want to get to is creating video content for a living. I want to spend my entire life devoted to helping you guys not learn more about the faith, but really learn how to... Okay, so here's the deal. You've heard the stories before. You know all of the correct answers to all of the theology questions. You've heard, oh, God loves me, and that's great to hear again and again. But I try to take things from a different approach. I try to explain and say, yeah, God loves you, but let's look at what that means. What does a love mean? The commandments, yeah, about purity and stuff. What's the deeper meaning behind that? What's the true meaning? Because I feel like a lot of times we get bogged down under our own brain saying we've heard this before, so we don't need to pay attention. And that just completely messes up everything we want to do. So what I want to do is I want to spend my entire life devoted to making videos and other things as well. I'm currently recording my own music. I'm in the middle of writing a book about God's love, like a self-help book, about how you have to love yourself spiritually, and then love God and then love others. It's really cool. It's called Behold and Be Held. I'm halfway through writing it. So please give me encouragement, because it's taking a lot of work and a lot of prayer and a lot of sitting in the Adoration Chapel what am I doing? Writing books is hard. I'm a YouTuber. What am I doing? But I do all these things because I love you guys, and I want to create videos that you guys want to see. I want to do everything to help you guys. And yeah, it's just weird because I keep looking like a youth minister with the flannel and the Jesus tee, but that's what I want to be. I want to be almost like an on-the-go youth minister. If you need somebody to talk to, email me. The riseupandswag@gmail.com. It's nice and simple. Email me and say, hey, you know, I got this going on, can you pray for me? Or, hey, I'd like some advice. Or, hey, I want to do this. I've had people contact me from Africa saying, how can I start a youth group? I've had people contact me saying, I want to make a YouTube channel. How can I do that? All of these people have just reached out and gone it and done the same thing that I have done. And I'm not saying like, oh, I'm leading the pack. There's plenty of other people who are leading the pack. Fulton Sheen did it forever ago. But there's very few people who are teens and young adults who are standing up, and that's what I want you guys to do, is I want you guys to be able to stand up and do this kind of a thing with me. Because soon, Patrick Coffin, Mark Hart, Scott Hahn, Sarah Swafford, Emily Wilson, they're all gonna get old soon. And they're, you know, as great as they are, and as much as I love them, we need another generation to step up. Like I've said before, Pope Benedict XVI, we're not the future of the church, we're the president of the church. So us as Catholic Christian teens, young adults, whatever, college students, high school students, we need to rise up. I feel like I've discerned one way that God is calling me to spread the gospel is to make these videos, 100 of them now, talking about theology and psychology and spirituality and our faith and how to talk to others about the faith and how to strengthen your spiritual life and all of these things, because I want to help you guys to be able to understand God. And I'm not saying I have all the answers. I have some answers, I have some things I don't really know much about. But what I do know is that this is what I want to devote my life to. I want, when I'm out of college, I would love, heck, next summer, this upcoming summer, I would love if I could, you know, go to a couple places, you know, a couple churches, some youth groups or whatever, and just talk, you know, give some talks. I have talks I've written on my computer. You know, I've written 15 or so talks that I can give, because this is something that I love, is talking to people about God. And that's why I've made 100 videos about this on this channel, because I have tried to rise up, and I want you guys to rise up as well. I want everybody to be rising up to the standard where people look at us and they say, they're pretty cool, what's going on, they're awesome. And we're like, yeah, we're just, you know, we're Catholic Christians, we know what we're doing. And that's not to say that I only think like, oh, my life will be complete if I get to speak at Steubenville. As great as that would be, that's not like my entire end goal. My end goal is trying to see all y'all up topside with me. And I'm not saying like up in my attic, I'm saying up in heaven. Because I'm going to be sitting there in purgatory, I want to be fist bumping y'all as you're walking through the door. I'm going to be standing there, heaven's guys like, hey, what's up, man? Hey, yo, what's up, dude? Just saying hello to all of you and being like, hey, part of the Rise Up Jerusalem family, let's go. Because if we're a family of believers, I feel like this community of believers around this channel is also a huge thing. And you guys have done so much help for me just by helping me be able to give an outlet where I can talk, just like I wanted to do originally. I just wanted to share my faith. And now the fact that I have videos that have thousands upon thousands of views, it's mind-boggling and it's beautiful. So thank you for watching my videos. Hey guys, Connor from the future here. While I'm editing this video, I realized that in my emotional state that I got into, I didn't actually say what I want the future of this channel to be like. So I'm going to say now what I meant to say that I forgot to say that I didn't say. If that makes sense. Basically, I want this channel to become a vlog where it's almost like a lifestyle vlog, where I'm traveling around, giving talks, you know, just living my life and recording that, but from a Catholic standpoint, because we have very few people who are actually doing that on a big scale who are speakers. There are some Catholics who record their everyday life, not every single day, but you know, a lot of what they do. And I want to be someone who's doing that, who's also a speaker, because speakers, you don't really get much attention of them like flying around or anything. They don't really ever do videos of them traveling and speaking. So that's my overall plan, God willing, is I want to take this channel and I want to change it from just theology, I want to change it over to theology and lifestyle. So, because I mean, like, theology isn't just for Sundays and for class. Theology is an entire way of living. You know, if you're actually living the Catholic faith, you need to be living it through every single moment. So that's what I want the future of this channel to be. Back to normal, Connor. Go back and watch all 100 of them. Don't do that. Don't watch my old podcasts because they're bad. Although if you want to see how far we've come, although the old theme music is the same, heck, I actually took an iPod Nano. So I recorded like some guitar, and then I recorded like me beatboxing, and then like, you know, it's weird. But we've come so far, and we're just gonna keep going farther and farther and farther. My music is gonna be coming out soon. My book is hopefully going to be coming out before the summer, probably before next school year. Like, let's be honest, I'm very, very slow. And I'll just be here wearing my Catholic swag and talking to you guys about the faith, because that's all I love to do, is just love you guys, because you're awesome. Sweet fancy Moses, you're awesome. And like Mother Angelica said, I love you, and God loves you, so we all good. She said something like that. I don't know her exact words. She probably said something like, yeah, you Gucci dog. Mother Angelica just, doing the Snoop Dogg dance up in heaven. Also, this week's winner for the Rise Up and Swag Challenge is Teresa Rena Music with this awesome shirt that she wore last year for Cove Crest, which is just, that's a great shirt. I went to Cove Crest. You should watch that video. It's really sad and sombering too, so it's like this one, but I'm talking about Jesus and not just me, so it's a little bit better. Hey guys, Future Connor here again. After I Instagram messaged Teresa and told her that she had won the challenge, she told me she had a YouTube channel, and after checking it out, I would highly recommend y'all check it out. Teresa Rena Music. It's down below in the description. Definitely check out her song Restart. It made me almost cry, so if that gives you like cry just because I was like, oh man, this is so good, like it's one of those good cries, like when you hear something just go listen to it. Links in the description below. Check her out and check out her Instagram, Teresa Rena Music. Pops up right here. So yeah, check that out. And ooh. So thank you so much, Teresa, for entering. That is a great shirt. And if anybody else wants to sign up for the hashtag Rise Up and Swag Challenge, please send me a link on Instagram or on Facebook, just a picture of you in a Catholic shirt and posing like, like a wind machine, just like flying in the background, pulling your hair in the breeze like Merida from Brave. If you do that picture, automatic, I'm done. That just wins everything. But enter it, send it to me, and you could be on next week's episode of Rise Up Jerusalem, which is probably going to be an AMA. So if you have any questions for the Ask Me Anything, post them down below. And thank you guys so much for everything you do supporting this channel. It means the world to me, more than you could ever know. And most importantly, thank you everybody so much for watching. Check out last week's video down below. And remember, as it was in the beginning, as now, and ever shall be, rise up and live.